Hey there, everybody. So somebody asked me if I'd ever seen the Intrepid Enlarger kit that turns your Intrepid 4x5 into a enlarger. And that was a great question because I've actually had this for about a year now, and I've used it once or twice just to see if it worked. What happened is originally when I decided to get back into 4x5 film, and film in general, I didn't have any enlarging equipment. About 10 years ago, I had a Beseler 23C that I actually sold in a garage sale for 20 bucks, which is amazing, whatever. So I was looking on Craigslist for enlargers, when particularly I was looking for a Beseler 45, and hadn't been seeing one, so I ordered this this kit and from Intrepid to turn the Intrepid camera into an enlarger. Something's better than nothing, and I figured I was curious about it anyway. And then right after I ordered the kit, a Beseler 45 showed up, which is right there, and on Craigslist for 400 bucks with a bunch of stuff, timers and magnesite, grain focuser for focusing, etc. So I got the Beseler 45 and then started, I paid 50 bucks for the condenser head. It came with a old Arista cold light, Zone 6 cold light, and a Minolta 45A. Yeah, I mean, it's all usable. Actually, the best success I had with it is I adapted for a cold light is I adapted a Neewer, one of those multiple LED deals for it. And that worked pretty well. But I'm really happy with the condenser enlarger. For 50 bucks, that was a great deal. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, which is over here. So before I got the Beseler 45, I said, let's make the Intrepid work, because I didn't know I'd ever find a Beseler 45. I figured I would eventually, but I didn't know if it would take years or whatever. And this was relatively inexpensive. The biggest mistake I made with this is I bought the cheap copy stand. It's the Smith Victor. That's this one. And the Smith's Victor copy stand is pretty much garbage. It's a decent copy stand, but it's let down by this ridiculous contraption, which bolts on. You see these 3 bolts here? It bolts on there. And when you get the 4x5 on there, the Intrepid 4x5 on there and everything, it flexes like you wouldn't believe. It's the most rickety piece of crap I've ever seen. If this was, literally I had to re-engineer something. If I had to do it over again and I was using the Intrepid 45 Enlarger kit, I wouldn't have bought this $220 Smith Victor copy stand. I would have bought the Kaiser. The Kaiser copy stand looks like it's pretty rock solid. I have no first-hand experience with it, but it looks like it would do the job without jury-rigging a bunch of crap. So, having said that, if you do have a Smith Victor stand, dump that, go to Home Depot and get one of those laminate squares that they use for samples, which I had laying around because we were going to re-laminate one of our floors, so we had a bunch of samples to see what color we liked. So I took that, and I drilled the holes, and I put a quick release plate on it, which is probably a good idea anyway, because you want to use your Intrepid camera to photograph with, and then you need a quick release, the same that's on your tripod, to take your pictures. So anyway, here's the enlarger. Well, that's the Intrepid camera, obviously. Here's the enlarger back, okay? And how this works is, and it really is a beautiful thing. For the Generation 1, you need the filters, which is a total pain in the butt. I hate these filters, but it's a love-hate relationship because with the condenser, I have to have them too. But you need them for this, and they give you this adapter that fits on the bottom of your lens, and then you slide the filters in there. It works. It's a pain in the butt, but it works. The Gen 2 Enlarger kit has a color head with color LEDs. That's really intriguing. That would be the way to go. And so what happens here, none of these are marked, but they don't have to be. That's your focus light, and then this sets your time, and that clears your time, and that, it works really well. Hold it down, and you get 3 seconds. So that works great. I wish I had this timer and this light. If I could adapt this head to my Beseler, it would be awesome. And I actually can. Let me cut in here for a second. I'll show you this. In this drawer. This was attached to the Zone 6 cold light that I got. And this is a Omega D3 adapter for the cold light, and somebody shaved it off to fit in the 4.5. So they've adapted an Omega cold light to work on the Beseler 45, and that's fine. And if I use this piece of translucent thing and then mount the cold light up here, if I blocked off the sides, I could use it, but it's not very bright. I have a feeling my exposure times would be kind of long. Ideally, if they could make one of these that would fit down into the Beseler 45, that would be awesome. Maybe someday. You never know. The Intrepid guys are pretty zippy. So anyway, how this works is like so. This pops out here very simply. Here's your graph lock clips. This, I don't think it makes a difference which way it goes. This slides in there. Clip it down. All right, so what's it look like in operation? So you just developed your negative. Now you want to print it. You take your camera. I mean, it's a pretty ingenious deal. I actually use the 135 lens on here. So that would go in here like so. Hope you guys can see this. Yeah. And you get it all squared up. And if I was really printing, I would take my time and do it the right way, but I'm just showing this to you. Oh, one of the things I forgot to do is I have to move my quick release. I have to turn it the other way for the way I've got this going on here. No big deal. Then that would slide on to the quick release here. Don't drop your camera. You can flip this around the other way so that there you, well, actually you probably want to do it this way so it's like that on the board. You see that? Here, I'll lower this down some more. All right. And then this would go up in here, like so. There you go. Take your negative, pop it in there like so, and there you go. If the lens was in here, it would focus on here. You move this up and down, and then you can do your fine focus with the camera focus. I don't know if you can see that. Let me move it back down again. You do your fine focus with the camera focus, and it works a treat, to be quite honest with you. I bought the medium format holders, and they give you all of those. So they give you 645 and 6.6 square. I'll put these in order. And 6.7, and that looks like 6.12 or 6.9. That's 6.9. And that's great. And so that's all the medium format. You know what? They even say so. So look at that. How nice is that? That's 6.9, 6.6, 6.45. Beautiful. I didn't even know they were marked. And of course, 35 millimeter. Beautiful. And 4x5. And they're marked. So yeah, how nice is that? It really is a nice system. You know, it'll do the job. There's no question about that. And then the filter holder would go under there. If you have the color one, it would be brilliant. So yeah, honestly, if you couldn't get an enlarger, it would be worth it to spend the money, get the Kaiser copy stand. They're pretty much ubiquitous all over the world. I would get the Kaiser copy stand with the Intrepid 4x5 with the new Gen 2 head on it, And probably the Kaiser copy stand is actually the most expensive part. That's about 450, 500 bucks. And then the Intrepid camera is probably 400 bucks. And then this kit is probably 200 bucks. And you've already got the lens. So there you are. I mean, that would that's the least expensive brand new 4x5 enlarger that you're ever going to get, and that's with a nice color head with a timer. So, and a nice timer too. So there it is. Yeah, what can I say? It's a little fiddly. It does work. Mine is kind of rickety because of the Smith Victor copy stand. Of course, it's not, you know, bomb-proof like the Beseler 4x5 is. The Beseler 45 enlarger, I mean, this enlarger, the one that I have, saw, you know, 30, 40 years of service in a community college with those kids just bashing it around. And it's still rock solid and tight and in beautiful condition because they really made those things for unlimited service life. I mean, this thing you have to take care, and it's a little fiddly, and you got to tighten everything down, etc. But if, you know, obviously you're already going to have the camera if you bought an Intrepid 4x5. So, you know, if you want to enlarge with your Intrepid 4x5, it's totally workable and totally doable. So there it is. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. And hopefully that helped somebody if they were thinking about this or just curious about it. I think the Gen 2 is brilliant, being a color head with the color LEDs, and it will give you the variable contrast, you know, because like I said, these filters, they work, but it's just even on the Beseler, they're fiddly, and I still have to use them. So, I mean, the ideal situation would be to have the Beseler with this color head. That would be fantastic. So, all right, have a good one. We'll catch you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye. So it's not quite that bad yet. I'm not taking my cardboard sign to the corner of 1st and Main anytime soon, hopefully. If you enjoy this content and my ad-free YouTube channel, please consider helping me out with a generous donation, either directly through PayPal or joining my Patreon community, which features rewards and exclusive content which I'm adding to all the time. More information is available on my website, as well as fine art archival prints of my work, both in pigment and silver gelatin handmade darkroom editions of my prints. And to everyone who has joined me through Patreon, or bought a print, or made a donation through PayPal, I am deeply humbled and grateful. It means the world to me. Thank you.